Hi everybody, welcome back. Today for you I have an empties video. I have not done an empties video in a really long time, and I have been accumulating some empties. There may be some dupes in here, I don't know. I have this little bag and I just toss stuff in it. But it's time to get rid of some trash. So let's go through it. So I'm just going to kind of dig in. First thing on the top, of course, it's because it's a big box here. This is the Garnier Olia hair color. I get the shade 3.0, which is darkest brown, and I just colored my hair just a couple weeks ago. I really like the Olia because it doesn't have like a lot of the harsh chemicals, and I do the Brazilian keratin blowout treatments, so a lot of those harsh chemicals can, you know, strip that out or whatever. But I really love this stuff. Leaves your hair oh so soft, oh so shiny. It's a perfect shade match for my natural hair color. It's really close. So love it. Can't recommend it enough. Okay, next up, digging through, it's the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and this is the facial primer. I love this stuff. It's so good. It does what it says it's going to do. Now, nothing ever erases my pores completely. Man, I'm not going to make that false claim, because I have very enlarged pores right here in just this region of my face. Not due to acne or anything. It's just a hereditary thing. The people in my family just tend to have very large, exaggerated pores, but this does help. It does help tame them down a little, and they're not as noticeable. So I haven't repurchased this yet because I'm trying out something else right now, but I guarantee you that I will. Okay, next up, and this is just a little sample. This came in an Ipsy bag. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum to replenish, soothe, and soften. And it's just a nice, it's a wonderful primer. It's got a real firming action to it. Really nice stuff. I probably will, I don't know, I'm using up a couple of different things right now. I'm trying, but so far this is #1 in the running for me to go buy an actual full-size product. Next up, what I use all the time, this is the Aussie Instant Freeze Sculpting Gel, and this is in Maximum Hold. I love this stuff. When I wear my hair curly, this is what I use. It doesn't contain any silicones or any sulfates, which is, you know, again, a thing I'm really against, but it's just got a really nice fresh scent to it. So I love this stuff. I constantly I'm wearing them today, and I think it's going to be the last day that I get to wear them. These are the Kiss Look So Natural eyelashes, and this one is in the style Sultry. And I love Kiss lashes. This is the L'Oreal Ever Sleek shampoo. And this is the Reparative Smoothing Shampoo. Now, I like to use the L'Oreal Ever lines. It's like the Ever Pure, Ever Sleek, Ever Smooth, because they are a sulfate and silicone and harsh salt and paraben-free shampoo and conditioning system. This one was okay. This one's supposed to be more for, you know, help smoothing frizz. Yeah, see, silicone-free, 48-hour frizz control, natural botanicals and oils. And it was fine for a shampoo. This was perfectly fine. The only downfall, it has a really overpowering rose scent. If you love rose scented stuff, you would probably love this shampoo and conditioner. Next up, it's another one. These are the Kiss Inspire Romance with Every Wink lashes that were actually out for not this previous Valentine's Day, but the Valentine's Day before. So these were 2015 Valentine's Day lashes, and these were in this style Heartthrob, and I loved these. These were so great. I had several pairs of them, and I just finally used up the last of them. Okay, so next up in our empties are makeup wipe removers. I have 3 different packs of them here. Well, 2 of them are actually the same, and one of them is a little different. These are the Equate brand makeup removing cleansing towelettes. These are comparable to the Neutrogena, but this is the Walmart brand. You get 40 wipes in there, and I love these. I really do. So I have the original, and then I have the one that's more of the nighttime ones, and these have like lavender and chamomile in them. And so these are called the nighttime smoothing. Now, I really did enjoy using this, but one thing that they did is irritated my eyes. And I've been using them for a long time, but they irritated my eyes. And so it's like, I use it and then I, walk around like this for a while, because my eyes were so irritated. Which is why I switched up and got a different one, thinking maybe it's just the scent in that. And then I've also used the other ones too, that they're scent free, but it's the chemical in them that irritates my eyes and not the perfume. I still repurchase these just for the purposes of removing, swatches off of them, because they're very inexpensive. You get 40 wipes, it's like $3.50. So, but I do, if your eyes aren't really sensitive, these really do work really, really well. But for me, it's just my eyes were too sensitive to continue finding a reason to justify to use them. So anyway, moving on. We're still kind of in some skincare here. And I have two of these that are empty. This is the Olay Age Defying Anti-Wrinkle Night Cream. And this is for night. This contains retinol and it contains salicylic acid. So it's a beta hydroxy with a retinol palmate complex in it. If you are over 30 and you wear makeup and you like to worship the sun as I do, you better be using a retinol if you don't want wrinkles. That's all I have to say. And so far, life has been good to me, and so has Olay, and I really don't have wrinkles. I might have some little fine lines over here. Actually, one of them is a scar that looks like a wrinkle, but it's a scar. And I'm getting some tiny fine lines up in there, but nothing I'm not too worried about. So yes, I live by this. You can actually purchase these in a 2-pack at Walmart. So it's a lot more cost effective because you get 2 of them, I think, for like $17 and change. And normally these are like $11 or $12 a piece. You get 2 ounces and they usually last me about 2 months. So there's that. Now the next one that I love to use, and this is my day formula, and this is the Olay Age Defying 2-in-1 Anti-Wrinkle Day Cream Plus Serum. And I love that it's a serum, so it definitely gets down in there and helps penetrate, but also has the nice day cream to go with it. And it comes in a tube like this. And it's actually, I think they're kind of like in there separately, and then when you pump it, because it does come with a nice little pump, and no, it's empty, it's air. It comes with a pump. So I find, so here's my tube here that, we're probably getting about to the halfway point. These honestly usually last me about 3 to 4 months because you use so very little of the product. And I find that one in like a half pumps, well, that's a little slim. So about that much right there, 1.5 pumps to 2 pumps, depending upon, I guess, will cover my entire face nicely. And it's just, it soaks right in, doesn't leave the skin sticky or anything. We're going to use this on my hands because time marches on your hands faster than it marches on your face. It does have a really good slip to it. And honestly, on some days where I don't feel like, filling in and prime, like if I'm not worried about how long my makeup is going to stay on, I will use this, and I think it works really well, double duty as a primer too. Up and just kind of random, and sometimes I see empty videos in there, I see this, and I'm thinking, why did they put that in there? But then I'm thinking, well, maybe people are just curious about this particular product. But this is a deodorant, well, it's an antiperspirant deodorant. This is Dove. This is just the original clean scent. And it's the invisible solid. It says it works 24 hours. I mean, I can attest it holds up. I love it. If you are prone to getting like razor bumps, in this region, or that region is just really sensitive. I have really sensitive skin in that region, and I can get bumpy and, a little irritated sometimes and red. And honestly, this stuff prevents that from happening. Like especially after I've shaved, I just keep slathering, I just want to be extra sure. I'm sure you don't need that much, but I like to be extra sure. And I really slather it on, and this keeps away the redness, the bumpies, all that kind of stuff. I've been using this for years. Love it. It's my tried and true. Buy it all the time. Another skincare item, and I got this in my Ipsy bag. It's a sample of the Caudalie Vino serum, and this is a facial, this is the S.O.S Thirst Quenching Serum, and I love this stuff. I really, really do. I mean, I used it all up. It was just, it is a great serum. I mean, it's better than the First Aid Beauty Serum, I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't firm like the First Aid Beauty Serum does, and I love that firming feeling on my face. I love it. So, like I said, I've been trying out a couple different serums before I hone in on one that I think is going to be like my top shelf, and it's going to be my go-to. But love the Caudalie. We're into makeup. Woohoo! The first thing is, we'll just go with this. This is the e.l.f. Mist-In set. This is the original with the green tea, aloe, cucumber, vitamins A, C, and E. I love this stuff because it's so inexpensive. It's $3 and it does exactly what I want it to do. And that is just to help like tame down some of the powdery looks sometimes that I get on my face and hold my makeup. Next product up, and this is some of the Revlon Precision Lash Adhesive, and don't mind my outer packaging here. It gets, if you're not real careful with it, it gets gunky really fast, and if it's around other makeup things, it'll of course pick up that color, but I love this stuff. This, actually, there's still a little bit left in here. I just can't hack looking at the package anymore. So next up, this is one of the NYX Dark Circle correctors, and this is in the shade medium, and it's got like this, there's like a teeny tiny, I might be able to scrape some out of there. Well, no, not really. But it comes up, it's a real orange consistency dark circle corrector. This does stay a little tacky, so you have to kind of set it immediately when you're using it, but I do love this stuff. It really works. However, in my Ipsy bag, I got the Bye Bye Under Eye, and I'm sold. But what this also really works well for, and I still use it because I have another jar of it, is covering up like discolorations. Like I got like a little scar there. I mean, it'll fade over time, but it was from like a little blemish. But I had been out in the sun and doing some work, and I didn't have my sunscreen on, and so my melasma up here is really popped through, and a little bit more so down here because of, that's part of the thing with melasma. More sun exposure makes it worse. And so I get like my cheetah print unibrow is what I call it. It's just a spotted unibrow that goes across my eyebrows. And I will use that to help cancel and cover that up. And I think it does. I mean, you can see it. I can see it in the viewfinder just a little bit, but you can see it up there a little bit, but not nearly as bad. Like from a distance, you cannot tell. So love, love, love that. Next two things up are empty foundations. I know, like, you can like this still looks a little opaque, but I cannot get any more out of it. I've tried. And this puppy I scraped clean. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and this is in the shade 230 Natural. This is, of course, my holy grail of foundation. My ride or die when I know I need full coverage, won't budge, and I'm going to be, you know, like, this is my foundation I take to work. If I'm going to be out, if it's going to be hot, if I'm even going to sweat, this is the foundation. This is my go-to because it holds, it stays, it doesn't move. It's the Revlon Colorstay 24 Hour. Now, the only thing is I have to get the one that's for combination oily skin because this doesn't come in my shade in the dry skin. But I have normal skin. This really doesn't bother me. It doesn't get too drying, you know what I'm saying? So it's still, you know, I don't know, it works for me. I think when you have normal skin, you can go either way and be okay. But sometimes if you go too matte, you know, you look dead and lifeless. But I would say that with this, and after I use my setting spray, I get like a satin finish, which is what I'm after. So love it. In this, I am in the shade 360, which is Golden Caramel, which I don't know why it's at 360 because honestly, I think it should be like at 310 because it's so light. Like if you look at the shades next to it, they're super dark, and somehow this little guy got in the middle there, but this is my shade there. Love, love it. Two other things. I busted through powders. I cannot believe it. This is the Revlon Colorstay pressed powder, and this is in the shade medium. And yeah, the only thing that's left on this, look at that outer edge. I might still try and scrape just this little bit out and use it. I really, for a pressed powder, I mean, it says that this lasts 16 hours, unlike the foundation, which lasts 24. It says this goes 16. I really like this powder. It does not mattify you. it kind of gives you that almost a translucency demi matte effect. So I really, really do like this powder. I probably will repurchase it, but I've got some others I'm trying to get through. Next one up, and see, it has just a little bit more left into it too, so I might try to get through this. This is the Maybelline Dream Wonder Powder. I love this stuff. This is a medium coverage powder foundation. See, look at that. That's all that's around the circle there. I have the shade here, which is 83, which is golden beige. This is more of a summer color for me, because it's just a little bit, it's a little bit too, almost a little bit too yellow for me this time of year, and doesn't really, because I'm real, you know, this time of year I'm really paled out before I get in the sun, you know, but this is more of a summer color for me. Definitely will be repurchasing this, and I actually have one that's, I think it's an 80, which is, I think, pure beige or somewhere around in there, and that is like my normal color, but this is 83 golden beige, and I've went through almost the whole thing. Okay, okay, three more things, and then that's it. Next up, we have the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. Comes in this little tiny little jar like this. It's kind of wasted packaging with this outer, because that's all that's in there is in the little jar. This is 0.04 ounces, so it's a very tiny amount. Love this stuff. $3. This, honestly, this little tiny jar probably lasts me, and I use it every day because I always use this to set my under eyes, and it does something. I can't tell you what it does, but it does something. It's not like any other just regular translucent powder you would use to set your under eye, you know, concealer or corrector. This does something, and I can't tell you what, but e.l.f. keep doing it. They've got like magic in here or something, but $3, use it all the time. Love, love, love it. Can't get enough. Next up is my little Jordana Made to Last 24-Hour Liquid Eye Pencil, and I believe this is in the shade Espresso is the name of it, because I love this one. I've used it for years, but it's so tiny. I really can't sharpen it anymore. I probably can get a couple more uses out of it, but I already have a backup, so I don't need it. But see, look how teeny tiny he is. Almost got him to the very nub where I couldn't sharpen him anymore. Love this stuff. Fabulous. Go to a Walgreens near you, you would love it. Okay, and last but not least, my Real Techniques complexion sponge. Here is a regular one that's nice and damp. Look at this poor guy. Look at him, especially compared to his brother here. Yeah, and he is damp, so he is bigger, but I just use this to death. I mean, it's just got little chunks, everything out of it. You know, it's just, I mean, honestly though, it still works, but I bought a 2-pack. I said, let's just pull his brother out. Let's put this poor guy to rest, but I love these. I'm just so partial to this sponge. Love, love, love it. And that is it. That is all of my trash, my empty products. I hope that you enjoyed spending some time with me today as we went through this. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did like it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.